Alright guys, in my first video I went ahead and named a file rectangular blocks, so I'm already up and rolling with this. I'm going to create the 4 rectangular blocks in this. I'm going to come up here to the browser, and at the top here I am going to right click. I'm going to right click and hit new component, and I'm going to do the first block. So over here I'm going to call it block 1, and I'll go down and hit OK. I'm going to flip over to my drawings. I'm going to do this one here. This one here, the bottom of it is 1 inch by 2.25 inches. It extends to a height of 1 inch. So I'm going to come up to Create Sketch, tap that. Now I need to go ahead and choose which plane I want to. So I'm going to pick this plane down here, which is the XZ plane on this. I'm going to go ahead and pick this bottom one. I'm going to drag a rectangle out, and then I'm going to come out here to 1 and 2.25 inches. If it's not snapping to it, usually I can get it to snap to it pretty well, but it's not. So in this case, I want that to be 2.25, so I'm going to type 2.25. To jump to that other dimension, I'm going to hit Tab. That jumps me up. I'm going to make that 1. I'm going to hit Enter. I'm then going to come up to Finish Sketch, and now I'm going to go to this, which is the Extrude key, or the extrude function. I'm going to bring that up 1 inch. I can also just type 1 right there. But I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. That's my first block. My next block, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to lay it down on its side, so it's going to be 2.25 by 5. But I'm going to lay it on my side so that the bottom of it is this right here. So I'm going to go to New Component. And I'm going to call this block 2. And I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Notice this gets grayed out, which I'm working on block 2. So I'm going to hit Sketch. I'm going to choose that same one. And I'm going to come over just a little ways, and I'm going to learn to zoom in and zoom out with my rolling mouse. And I'm going to make that 2.25, and then I'll hit Tab and 5. Oops. I hit 5. I need to go back and hit 0.5, and that will do a better job. Alright. Now I'm going to come up to Finish Sketch. Up here, it's what's called the navigation cube. I'd like to turn it, so I'm going to come up and hit that house that pops up when I get close. And then I'm going to extrude that up 1 inch. I can do it by dragging it and get there, or I can just enter the number. Hit OK. Now, notice this one's grayed out and this one's grayed out. In this assembly here in the middle, I could always go up to the dot that popped, or the circle that pops up next to rectangular blocks. If I click on that, now I'm back to working on both of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do my 4th one. I do my 4th one. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm going to do my 3rd one. So I have that block, I have that block. Now I need to do this one. I'm going to do that, so that's 0.5 by 3.5 by 1. So I'm going to do that one here. I'm going to come up and right click here and hit New Component. I'll call this block 3. I'll hit Enter. I'm going to go ahead and put my sketch down here and choose that plane. I'm going to once again lay out a rectangle. And I'm just going to put it right there. And that will be 3, tab 0.5. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit Enter. then finish sketch. Again, I like to look at it from the isometric view. So right now I'm looking down from the top on the navigation cube. I'm going to hit this home button. I'll come up here and hit extrude. And I'll extrude that up 1 inch. Hit OK. I'm going to go ahead back and look at that. Okay, I got one more block to do, the fourth block, which is going to just be a 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch cube. For that one, I'm going to go ahead and choose that same bottom plane. I'm going to come over here and go 1, tab 1. I'll hit enter. I'll finish sketch. I'll go here, and now I can extrude that block up. One inch. So now I have all 4 blocks, and I can go ahead and snip or screenshot that. I can screenshot. A very clever way of doing this a little faster when I go to enter in my homework is to use the snipping tool. That's this down here. I have it pinned down here on the bar. If it wasn't there, I could go down here and type snip, and then I can pin that to the taskbar, which is down below. And when I do that, you can see what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and click that, new, and then, oops, new. And then I can go ahead and pre-crop it if you would. It's fighting me. I might be going down there with my screen browser. Come up here. Alright, this is a struggle. Move this over here. Hit new. And I think this is interfering with my browser, but try that. I'll show you live in class, but that makes it a little bit nicer. So those are the 4 construction blocks.